Brazo, you tapped in with PPhilms. What's the word, man?
What's the vibes, man? Told me how you feeling, man. What's the
I'm
word?
good. I'm good. I'm good. Given the circumstances, we had to do this over the phone. You know,
Right.
obviously, you are serving some time right now. Um, I know we getting kind of acquainted because I just released an interview with Mista. He has some things to say about a gun charge that y'all all caught. He's saying you, like I said in the
Right.
interview, you saying he did bad. He's saying you did bad. He told his side, and I'm a person that if I let one person tell their side, it's only right that I give the other person an opportunity to tell their side too. So
Right.
when you heard his take on the situation, how did you feel about that?
Immediately tap in. Immediately
Yes.
tap in. You know why? Because I'm saying not only I just do trial for whatever time I just do trial for, I'm about to start another trial, you know what I'm saying? So we can't have certain things and certain propagandas going on. You don't just do that. I was just in town with Mr. Yard, by the way. Like, Mr. wasn't coming around. Mr. wasn't, you know what I'm saying, doing the things that he's doing now that I'm serving the time because the story. You heard? Let's just get down to the basics. You know, fucking story, my side, his side, black and white don't lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From what I heard over the tape was Mr. trying to bring my sister some minutes, right, to sit up here and say that I implicated him. You heard? That was his words. I'm saying because you know, listen to the words carefully. He said I implicated him. I didn't say he did anything or physically did anything because he didn't. You heard? He said, I implicated him by copping out. So listen, right? Anybody that been incarcerated or been through anything, I've been doing this since I was a child. You heard? Like the precinct come first, grand jury come after. You serve your time on the island, you fight your case, and you cop out or you go to trial. You know what I'm saying? So from the beginning, you're in a precinct, you're and this is things that I'm going to send to you. You can show the people, you heard, you can take your time and go through it yourself, show the people. Like I said, I have somebody record going into the courthouse and grabbing these things also. Like it's not a problem. It's three people. You heard, it's me, Guy, and Mister. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
in the precinct, Mister got a statement saying that, oh, first, let me tell you how Mister did that because you gotta understand this part first, right? When everything happened, when Mr. saying how the story happened, how it happened, you heard, I was seated in the back seat, you heard. I was seated in the back seat, the weapon was found in the back seat. The police was saying that the situation came from the back seat, the shooting came from the back seat. So whoever's in the back seat is the prime suspect, right? But being that they pulled this over so fast, you heard, they up the scene. So I got the grand jury minutes and police reports, you heard, from the beginning, you heard, where the grand jury meets with the cops say, yo, Washington, which to me, you know, Washington was sitting in the front passenger seat. Mr. was sitting in the back seat where the weapon was found. You know, this is what the police testified to. Mr. going panically, he runs in there straight tell him, no, hell no, Brazo was sitting in the back seat. I was in the front seat, I was there, boom.
Hold on.
I ain't know nothing.
Not to cut you off. You said because it sounded a little muffled. You said you once you in the precinct, they saying the situation come from the back seat, and then immediately you saying that Mister says I wasn't in the back seat, Brazo was in the back seat.
Immediately in the precinct, immediately, you know?
Okay.
Immediately. Like we got this back and white. So you can't say I implicated you in something that you know what I'm saying. You implicated yourself in from the beginning. There's one time you implicated all three of us. You heard? Now we in the bookings. You heard? I tell Mister, I say, Mister, look, don't worry about it. I'm gonna take the charge. I'm gonna take the search. I'm gonna bail us out. We good. You heard? They went to go see the mother judge. Dot Bell, I think Dot Bell died from the Bell's bars. Mr. Probably was like 900. Mrs. was 2,500. You heard? And my shit was 100 band. So now, hold on, that put the pause on everything. I tell the guys, well, listen, now I thought it would be some light bill. We just be able to get out of here, make it to the town, no problem. This is a little tricky now. You heard? I need to sign a machine to get this bread right so I can get this home. You know what I'm saying? Dot Bell died immediately. You know what I'm saying? Nobody goes to grand jury for this. You know, this was on the grand jury to get a map. What blocks that went down? How did what took place? How did your day start? Oh, he came. Brazil came to get you, and he was driving, and then him and Doc switched seats, and he got in the back seat. You stand all this on the grand jury stand. You know what I'm saying? So now when I'm on bail, I don't know what's going on. Like I said, this is Mister. This is not a guy I'm going to sit up here And the case was nothing. It was nothing. Nobody got hit. I'm thinking like, all right, I ain't even looking into this. You heard? I ended up catching a case while I was on bail. You know what I'm saying? And while we coming to court, he told Doc one day, he'll suck my dick, you heard? So I'm like, what happened? Me and Doc come to court every day together. Mr. Court, we come every day, everything like we're better. You know, Doc, what's going on? What's the vibes? Mr. trying to get Doc to write the affidavit saying that I was in the back seat, not him, because the police guy is saying he was in the back seat. That's what the police report said. You
Yeah,
heard? But he don't want to take that because whoever was in the back seat is the prime suspect. You know what I'm saying? So he automatically go, White Bridges in the back seat. All right, cool. And fighting case or Doc, listen, look, this is about to go, I'm about to cop out, yo. I'm about to cop out. I got this other case going on. I'm coming back and forth from up north fighting this case, yo. Nobody never implicated Mr. or told on Mr. in no type of way, yo. I'm doing this now, and I've been doing this my whole life, yo. Like, implicated for something he didn't even do. He ain't do nothing. Yeah, he know what really happened. He didn't do nothing. Yeah, he know, God, I'm saying, like, you ain't do nothing. Yeah, like, you
yeah. Now, if he would have just left it the way it was, like him being in the back seat, would he be serving time for that, or what would be the outcome of that if he just allowed them to say he was in the back
listen,
seat?
regardless of the fact, no, nobody said, I didn't see, nobody said the cop said he was in the back seat, you heard? So
Okay,
regardless of the fact, they was on some, whoever was in the back seat, they was going after Hardens. And this is what me up when we went to go see the judge, and they said, oh, it's 2,500, my 100,000. I'm saying to myself, damn, how the my bell so high, Like, cause from the precinct, he already said, I was the one in the back seat. I came and got them, and we switched seats, and you know what I'm saying, and I got in the back where the situation came from, So, or with, they already got me as a processor, but look how life works, and the devil is working in mysterious, crazy ways, because this did that back door try to slime me out, because I ain't from the news, I ain't from Garvey, I'm from Side Block, he thought he was gonna get out and slime me out. God ended up exposing it, God ended up exposing it and getting the DNA come out, only his DNA on the situation, He ain't
yeah,
even do nothing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You see what I'm trying to show you?
Yeah, he spoke about that. He said his DNA was on it because it was his. He was like, the case is over, so I could say it. My DNA is on it because it was my
Yeah.
situation. It was my gun, whatever the case may be. Um, Man, how did K Dot feel about the situation? I asked him that. He said K
I'm
Dot
saying
made us.
I could get Dot on the phone, like, you know what I'm saying? You could get Dot tap in, like, you could get Dot to tap in, you could ask him yourself, bro, like, bro, just send me a package, like,
Okay.
he ain't got no ill intentions with me, like,
Yeah.
so, I'm saying that's the difference between the fake and the real, the last time he called himself doing that, me and Bo was like, that we on the same page, there's three of us in the vehicle, we all three got the same paper, we know every A through Z. This is not just an interview situation, it's something that we really lived reality, so know what was going on in the book. And I'm telling you, we not going to grand jury. Nobody go to grand jury. Nobody do nothing. We know that you went to grand jury, got up there. They giving you maps. What block y'all went down? How did y'all get over here? We went down this block. We went down that block. Yeah, I'm the same thing he told you in your interview. He talking about after the case. He can talk about it now. He was talking about it on grand jury. Yeah, I'm Hush Stars and Folk Nation and all this other shit you saying on the grand jury stand, and you talking about somebody implicating you. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, have some class. Like, I'm trying to tear down legendary history. I've been doing it my whole life. There's no way in hell. And I'm gonna go out like that on a nigga that ain't do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah. Got you. Yeah, that was a question I asked him. I was like, yo, how does K Dot feel about it? He said, K Dot said I didn't tell. So that's what
Yo,
confused.
yo, Brazo, I'm on the line, Brazo.
Yo, they go Dot right there. Look, they go
Oh,
Dot right there.
Dot, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's good?
Chilling, chilling. Well, I mean, I know you hear what's going on and all that. I just did the interview with Mista. When your name came up towards the end, I asked him, all right, Brazel feels away, Mista feels away. K Dot is kind of neutral in the situation. So how does he feel? Does he feel like Brazel told? Does he feel like you told? So I guess I have you on the phone. Yeah. What is your stance on everything?
Mister already know how I really feel. Cause he the one that made the first move throughout the whole case. You feel me? He the only one that went to grand jury,
Yeah.
and the only reason we ain't go to grand jury is because everybody know when you go to grand jury, they could bring up all your past crimes. You feel me? I didn't want to go to grand jury because I ain't want them bringing up no indictment. I ain't want them bringing up the whole hood stuff. But by him going to grand jury, that gave them the right of way to ask about me, like me being hood stars, bringing up the track, bringing up all past crimes and so basically Mr. did bad when he went to grand jury because he basically was saying too much. I understand he just came home. It's a new charge. He was trying to get himself out the situation, but he did too much talking at grand jury.
Yeah. Now,
Right. So God, no, yo, Doc, the
Yeah,
affidavit. So I guess you telling bro about the affidavit situation with the priest and all that. You heard from the jump. Like, we talking about implicating here. You heard? This is his word. So we can use his word on the implication. You can't implicate it. From the priest's thing is we all three got the same paperwork. Oh, Brett, he said,
yeah.
oh, God, and Zoe came and got me a dollar. He jumped in the dollar joint, I jumped in the back joint, like, like,
Yeah, so when he said that at grand jury, this is why me and him really fell out because we all know like whoever was in the back seat is the one that they basically was saying that was the shooter, you feel me? Or even like had knowledge of the gun.
yeah.
So by him breaking down the story from the time he got in the V, because when we got in the V, I was the first one in the back seat. By him saying that, by him validating that, it make it seem like, all right, Dot knew it was a gun in the back seat, and then these switched seats, and he validated that we stopped on whatever block I switched seats, then kept going. You know what I'm saying? So you saying too much that you ain't even have to let these know that you did all that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, when I read the sentencing minutes, when they asked him about the gun or asked him about the shooting, he did say no to those things. Are y'all saying like it was too late? He had already did too much in the precinct.
I
yeah,
don't
that's
know.
from the
I don't know. Hold on, Brazo. Look, I don't know how much of the grand jury he gave you, but if
Okay.
you read this from the beginning, like I done already highlighted everything when he was talking too much.
Okay.
It's
yeah,
certain pages when he's saying, and then it's certain pages where he's saying no, he don't got no knowledge of this, and this. But
Yeah.
then when they get him to draw on a map of what route he took to do this and do this, that, and the third, he said too much.
he went crazy.
Okay.
He said too
Pulled out the
much.
map. They pulled out the map. They pulled out the map for you to draw what blocks it down. You told about implications. Like, you ain't even talking about sit up there saying, nah, he did it, he died. You talking about implications because the cop out up no fit for my life already. And you out there playing with me like, you serious? You
Yeah.
drawing on maps, you talking about implications?
Yeah. Dot in the interview he has said towards the end, I was just like, yo, what's your relationship with him? He said he did say the story where he kind of, I guess he went he threw the frank at you. That was his words, but he know he was wrong. He said he was wrong for that, but he was trying to get you to, I guess, do the affidavit situation, but he felt as if like you thought he was trying to get you, he was trying to get you to tell on Brazo.
Let me address that because I
Okay.
seen I seen that part too, and he said like this is not like don't know like the law and shit like that. A nigga like DP, I went to college for law. You feel me? I ain't graduate, but I studied law for 2 years.
Yeah.
And when we caught this case, I was in college for law. You feel what I'm saying? So I know what an affidavit is. He wanted me to basically clear him from being in the back seat and throw bro under the bus for being in the backseat.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not doing that. You feel what I'm saying? He know what he was trying to do. He thought that I didn't know what was going on. Just cause go to go back and forth to jail, they think that other niggas don't know what's going on. Like we both in the streets. I know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, is there any truth to when he said, yo, K Dot said I didn't tell and all that. He said it in a song. I was trying to look for a song. I didn't find it, but is
Yeah, that's one of the combos. So look, I didn't get the grand jury minutes
yeah.
until me and him was on pre-trial. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So me and Brazo, we never knew what he said at grand jury. So the song that I made was before I really got the full paperwork and was able to read that he went to grand jury, broke down the whole situation, drew on a map, did all this. You feel what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay, so that song came before that.
Yeah. And
Gotcha.
in the beginning, I felt like he ain't said he took the 5, whatever the case may be. I never felt like Brazo told because me and Brazo was in communication the whole time. Like I knew from the day when Brazo was gonna cop out. Like Brazo was even telling me, "Yo, don't go to trial with this, bro. Like get off that case. Like take probation, take whatever. Get off that case. Don't go to trial with that." You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. Now the part where because he had me read this part where it asks, were you acting in concert? This was for Brazo. Were you acting in concert with K Dot and Mista? And he says that's the part in particular that he had an issue with. So in
Okay,
that,
so
yeah,
so I get exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Exactly that part, right? Because I spoke in person. I got that on recording. You
yeah,
know, like I got mid conversation on recording. So it's like he keeps trying to say the implication. You gotta understand. Listen, you already implicated us from the jump and said that we was already acting in concert. You know, so it's not. I'm not implicating or ratting on you or putting something on you that you get what I'm saying. Like I'm not. I'm not. I don't know. That's weird, bro. That don't make sense to me, yo. Like, I don't know. I never been in no situation ever with my name ever getting dirtied up, ever, ever in my life. So,
yeah,
you crazy. That's what he used, implication, right? That's what he's trying to say,
yeah,
implication. So, if implicated two, 3 years later, that you already opened the door. And you go, I was with Brazo. Well, that service for a year. We all got to the same. You just got the gun charge. Everybody
gotcha.
got acting in concert, weapon possession. Like everybody. Like,
Yo, yeah, because everybody had to say the same.
Okay,
When all of us copped out, we
everybody
had to
got the
say the
same
same.
okay,
Everybody got the same charge. Acting in concert, weapon possession. Everybody cop out, you know. When you cop out, that's sentencing minutes, you know. Like that just pleaded guilty to your crime. That's not telling on the individual, you know. But now what he's trying to use, he's trying to play mind games. Because now, if he would have never initiated, you heard, or we didn't all was on the same page of copping out, I wasn't talking to Doc, telling Doc, you look, I'm about to cop out for this, but and I would have tried up there and did some crazy, just left alone and copped out and left. Oh yeah, them was with me, and I did this. Then I would have did bad. You know, that would have been bad. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you already opened the door, so we all just pleaded guilty time. We all just say yeah. You know, like yeah, this already gave it up. It is what it is. You know?
gotcha, gotcha. I see what I see what you're saying. Basically, you basically saying like, yo, I can't implicate you because you had already in the precinct already implicated, said too much. That's your stance on it. So it's like,
And that grand jury,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Now he has said when he was in the feds, there's people that read over his paperwork and they said he didn't do bad. Now I don't know. I've never been to the feds, so I don't know what the system is. I don't know how well they run through your paperwork. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But are you familiar with how they go through paperwork in the feds or things like that, or if people could even slip through the
I
cracks?
feel like I feel like this, right? I ain't never been to the Fed, and this is my honest opinion, my
Yeah,
honest opinion on that is he wasn't locked up for that, so I don't know how well they read into that or if they went into that paperwork or did anything like that, but I'm currently contacting all over the globe, and I ain't never heard nothing like that. You heard that he didn't do that. You heard like you can't say it implicated you. Like when you go back and look at the interview, he ain't saying nah, he told him I did this and did that. He trying to say he implicated me, but I'm showing you his black and white from the precinct and from the grand jury, showing you that he implicated himself.
Yeah,
I ain't implicated with nothing. I'm pled guilty like the rest of us. We all got the same charges. You heard?
yeah,
Ain't nobody no busted charges. Ain't nobody work no deals out. And what we gonna say he did it and you go get this time and ain't none of that. You know, niggas stand so type of dude. You know,
yeah. Nah, yeah, definitely. I know you said before you could get your hands on those. I'll definitely look through them as well. Um, I'll definitely look through that. What was said at the precinct and everything. K Dot, have you spoken to Mister recently or no?
Not after the interview, but I spoken to him recently.
Okay, okay, okay. Gotcha.
I spoke to him when, they was doing that whole little pushing peace and all that.
Yeah. How do y'all feel about pushing peace and all of that? What is y'all stance on it?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to pull up on you for all that.
Okay, that's fair.
yeah, I ain't even gonna get into that over his line. You know, bro. Like I let go out there, whatever they doing out there to keep the peace, or however they feeling, they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? They do what they do, but. My thing is, I don't even do this, you heard? I ain't
Yeah,
trying to be sitting up in the light. I got things going on in my real life, you heard? But we not going to play those games, you heard? Like, we not going to show no disrespect or dirty name up or for clouds, you heard? Trying to
yeah.
be introduced, trying to get your name up, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Got you. You know, I do ask this. I asked him this in the interview too. Being that a lot of y'all grew up with one another, I understand that there is a street code, but for the sake of childhood friendship, I'm sure there was love there at some point. Could there ever be a conversation to where people could move forward and be positive, put things in the past and all that? Is that a possibility?
I'm saying, like,
I
with me, bro, you heard? Like we here, we on the interview, you heard? Like I said, I'm going through reality, real life. So at the end of the day, you know, you cross the line with disrespect and you could have just kept it real, stay to yourself, you heard? Don't fuck with you. You live how you live and you heard, do what you do, but you're going to come out and play games. So now we got to bring the facts to life. You heard? Like, we got to bring the facts. And
Hmm.
you can't come back over that line and saying something like that. You know, like you said, it's a code. Shoot things you don't say about it. You don't say about rival. You don't do that to it at all. You never dirty a name up like that, you know? So that was out of line. You know, to even play the games for Kyle, because you think he ain't gonna get on the line, or you think he's just gonna sit up here and just, oh, he ain't got nothing move.
You have 1 minute left.
Gotcha, gotcha. I know it's about to cut the call off. For you, K. Dot, do you feel like that too? Like you couldn't go back and talk, or it's like is there a window of opportunity there left, if possible?
Nah, I could talk to him too. Man. I just
Yeah,
feel like this 10 years old, he could have been left it alone, but he the only one that keep bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? So
gotcha.
if you gonna keep bringing it up, then somebody gonna have to bring the facts to life.
Yeah, understandable, understandable. I know it's about to cut off right now. Yo, Brazo, I appreciate you for telling your side. Like you said, I know you got the paperwork. If you want, send it through, and I'll look through it and all
Yeah,
that.
hell
Yo,
yeah.
Yo,
Hell
Yeah,
films.
yeah. I
Yo,
have it
yo, yo, films. I just DM'd
immediately.
you that. Shit. All you gotta do is look at your DMs.
got you. I'm gonna look through it right now. I'm gonna look through it right now. K Dot,
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm gonna shoot you a DM or something, K Dot, just to we could set
Thank you
something
for
up.
using Securus. Goodbye.
I'm gonna DM you right now.
Got you.